Hey there. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to NinjaTrader Live's FOMC coverage. I'm Maggie Lake, and with me today, macro strategist Craig Shapiro, senior economist Tracy Shuchart, senior market strategist Jim Cagnina, and Blake Morrow, co-founder of Forex Analytics. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Maggie.
Good afternoon.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, Mags?
Hey, everybody in the chat. Everyone is lined up and waiting to see Kevin Warsh in his huge debut. A lot of pressure on this guy today, for sure. I don't know. He's got a job nobody wants, it seems like. I guess it's pretty tough. But Craig, what's the vibe going in?
Yeah, it's definitely it's quiet, that's for sure. I'm sure I know the fireworks will come more likely at 2:30 than at 2 o'clock. It seems like pretty unilateral view. There'll be no movement today on rates, and that the Fed's going to remove the language about the next move being necessarily a cut, and so that those things are both expected. There were several dissents last time. I suspect there'll be no dissents this time. So we'll see what happens there. We will get a dot plot. It's unclear if Warsh will contribute a dot to that dot plot. So we'll be looking forward to hearing about that dot. We lose Stephen Myron's dot, so that's a really low dot for cuts. And so I guess maybe the overall average will move up for rates. But look, it's going to be a tough presser for him because he's going to have to address some of these issues about inflation being sticky to the upside and the labor market kind of holding in with the desires of the president to lower rates as soon as possible and for him not to come across as a sock puppet. So it's going to be interesting and certainly historic because this doesn't happen often where we get a new Fed chair in there. So it should be interesting.
Yeah, and we had decent retail sales, I think, this morning when we were all on, right? So there's a lot to navigate. I mean, we can't talk about the Fed presser, Shy, without getting through the fact that we just had to go through Trump presser at G7. Everyone's it's a headline-driven market. Everyone has to navigate. Were you watching it in real time?
I was watching it in real time for all of you. So, I was watching it in real time. It looks like the MOU that Bloomberg put out this morning is going to be the final document. He basically read it off. So everything that you have heard or that's floating around is true. He said that it will be signed tomorrow. The next day, he is not going to sign it personally. He said, I don't think this is the kind of document I want to be signing. So he's going to leave that up to Vance to sign. Most likely that will be on Friday, not Thursday, because we have we've kind of heard from the Iranians that said the document is not final to them yet. So I'm assuming it'll be on Friday, which is probably a better time because the markets are closed.
Yeah. Wait, he doesn't, does it strike anyone as odd that he doesn't really want to put it? He's like, I'm not putting my name on this.
I'm not signing this. You sign it, Maggie.
Yeah, you go down in history as that's not exactly a ringing endorsement for this deal, is it? Well, I think there was a headline. I'll blame Vance if it doesn't go well. I mean, that's.
Oh, bad.
Yeah. It was a little tongue-in-cheek of him. He was asked about it, and he basically kind of agreed with the reporter's assessment that, well, if the deal is good and Vance signs it, then he'll take credit for it anyway. And if the deal is bad, then we'll just blame JD. Kind of tongue-in-cheek agreed with that assessment. But you're right. I mean, I think the truth of the matter is, and this isn't necessarily market, interesting for markets, but if it was a great deal, he would sign it because he's the type of guy that likes to put his name on everything.
Yeah.
Everything great. So if it was great, he would sign it. I think that's not a political statement. That's just fact about Trump.
That's what I'm saying. That's the bottom line.
It is what it is. But I think as far as markets are concerned, it's being perceived as great because we're moving on, right? And the markets are moving on from war. They're moving on from Strait of Hormuz disruption, and we're moving into or back to whatever the economy looks like now after this is over. And are we going to go back to a world that existed prior to February 28th of free-flowing goods? Doesn't really seem like we're going to. So the world has changed likely forever from this war and the way that goods kind of move through the strait and Iran's ability to disrupt global trade. And that's something that global consumers and global companies are going to have to deal with really, forever now.
Yeah.
And there's...
Go ahead, Shai.
Sorry. And there's also this issue, too, that it's kind of like as soon as what we're hearing from ship owners and insurance companies also is even after this deal is signed, it's kind of like a no, you go first, no, you go first, no, you go first, because they're a little bit still unsure, particularly insurers. There's still a lot of risk out there, and so we'll have to see how that pans out as well. I'm sure it'll be a trickle to start with anyway, but something to keep in mind as well.
And there's got to be a lot of landmines laying around randomly. I wouldn't want to go through that straight. No way.
Yeah,
no
that's the issue. And this is a to your point, and it's fair to point out, Craig, that that he's joking. We're kind of in an environment where all these headlines come out right away. The same thing happened when he said, "I'm the boss," when he walked into G7. Everybody, like, those headlines were out there, like it was said real. I think only one overseas organization, said he was joking when he said that when he walked in. But it's kind of the environment we're in now, right? And everyone's trying to figure out if these are real indications or not, because markets move on them, right? So we have to pay attention. And I just asked somebody if supply chains are kind of weaponized from here on out, just globally, not just the US, right? Everybody's going to use whatever leverage they have. And I think that's going to matter for costs. And the reason it matters for us is because going into the Fed, are they in a situation that they have to deal with inflation? Before we get there, though, Jim and Blake, I'm curious. Some people were saying it was kind of a tough morning to trade. It looked like everything was going to be we're in wait and see mode in the morning. What kind of action did we see, Jim? Like, what are markets doing ahead of this? And does it tell us anything about positioning going into this meeting?
Yeah, I mean, it's usually the day of the FOMC. Everything's kind of quiet until 2:00, and then you know what hits the fan. But we're in a news-driven market, and there's a lot of volatility still, and we're going into Friday's events. So there's a lot of volatility, and there were some kind of unconventional swings up and down. We had a big spike in crude oil, which is almost unexplainable. We had a lot of zigzagging in the E-mini S&P with some big wicks that probably took a lot of people out. So there was that. But at the end of the day, right now, all four markets I'm tracking, E-mini S&P, the NASDAQ, bonds, and crude, they've all formed almost perfect volume profiles where the point of control is in the middle, which tells me right now this is just a pause. These markets are pausing right now, waiting for some more information before they move off that point of control.
And I would also mention, when earlier, there's probably a lot of people shorting crude. When it broke through 80 last couple of days, everybody's really focused on that crude oil breakdown. There was a little miscommunication earlier, Maggie. It was kind of quiet, that spiked crude oil up like $2 and right back down within 10 minutes. And it had to do with that remote signing. I think there was some miscommunication that, oh, wait, JD Vance and Trump are not going to be signing the MOU. And then the news agency had to go back and reaffirm that or make a correction, like that was incorrect. But it was enough that if you're short crude, you had a $2 squeeze up your rear end and then back down again before you could, even say anything. So it probably stopped out a lot of traders that have been, been on the right side of this market for the last, 24 hours, probably squeezed them out a little bit.
Yeah, and this is why, Shai's always bringing us the headlines on the presser, and why, we have to talk political headlines, even though some people don't like it, because it is moving the market, right? So, we've got to cover it. We've got to do it. So what do we think in terms of, reaction? Are we setting up for a situation where, as long as he doesn't drop any real surprises, we can just put this behind us and the market's going to move on? I mean, Is that the path we're looking for, Craig? Everybody just wants the all clear?
I think so. I think, there's probably a latent fear that because most of the Fed has moved in such a hawkish direction over the course of the last several weeks, including doves like Williams and Waller, that Warsh is going to come out today with, more of a hawkish bias that kind of confirms this idea that the economy here is operating fine. There's really no reason for cuts. And actually, we're increasingly concerned that inflation is not moving rapidly back to target. And so he's going to agree to that assessment and kind of really push the Fed into that direction, and such would price out all the cuts. They're already priced out for this year, but really start to price cuts out for next year too. And so that would be, some fear that's out there. I think more likely he's just going to kind of come in and say, exactly what he said kind of during the nomination process, and where he's a believer in the AI productivity story. He believes oil price shocks are transitory, and we're going to move through it. And so eventually, as that starts to work its way through the system, the economy and the Fed will allow for lower rates in order to help out the lower part of the K-shaped economy. And inflation's not going to run away from us. And so even though we've been 5.5 years since we've been at target, we're going to rapidly get back there, as soon as possible next year, even with rate cuts. And so my sense is that's the direction he's going to go into. I think there'll be some questions about the balance sheet. I think he would like to, maybe, start to tee that up a little bit, where we're in a situation where the Fed is reducing the size of the balance sheet at the same time it's reducing rates. I think that's something that he would like to do. Whether or not, that's actually possible, who knows? But so I think those are the things. And Joseph Wang obviously spoke, pretty eloquently about, those things this morning. So, but I think the expectations are low, but I think people do want to hear kind of what direction he's willing to, lay his views out on.
Yeah. We have that Joseph Wang interview, and Shai, he was great. And, I'm just thinking this morning, God, what's that meeting like with Powell sitting there in the meeting with Warsh? Like, how pissed must Warsh be that he's got to sit there? The thought bubble would be amazing.
Well, they worked together before, right? 2006 to 11. Were they both on the board back then? I can't remember, but I know Warsh was. I'll look it up. I can't remember if they overlapped or not, but they're in the same circle. They got to be somewhat aligned.
Well, I'm sure they run in the same circles and they're friends. I think it's just going to be, Warsh is going to have to walk a tightrope here, not to look too dovish and look like the president's sock puppet. I didn't say that, the media did. But, and also trying to, gain the respect of his peers at the Federal Reserve, right? I mean, he has to come across as a leader, not as somebody who is at the bidding of the administration. And so that's going to be, a tough rope. I think the statement will be the easy part. The presser will not be the easy part. Will be the harder part, particularly, obviously, the Q&A.
Yeah, no, that's a great point, Shai. Yeah, I think Joseph said, there was all this talk about them putting a shadow Fed together, and that was going to be and then it turns out there is one, but it's Powell, not somebody who is Powell's shadow Fed. That as long as he's sitting there, but in another way, maybe he's a foil for Warsh, right? Maybe he can take the heat. It'll be interesting to see if we have Trump silent after this if he does give Warsh the space he says he's going to give him. I mean, that hasn't been the case so far. Hey, Blake, some people saying the dollar, what did the dollar do in the lead up to this?
The dollar's just been it's been a little sideways. We're still holding on to gains, but I think the dollar is going to be in some trouble today. My opinion is that, Warsh is going to lean a little bit more to the dovish side, maybe more so than the market was expecting. And I think the dollar is going to suffer as a result of it. But the dollar, the euro's holding around 116. The Aussie dollar is, trading below 71 cents, but that's pretty key resistance today if it breaks. And I think the dollar is just set to actually move lower today if we have a little bit more, slightly more dovish Warsh. If he, gives a wink and a nod to Trump and in the press conference, we might see equities higher, gold higher, Bitcoin higher, dollar lower, bonds higher, yields down. So,
yeah, we're gonna get that. Get the headlines at least in just a couple of seconds. Yeah, yep. And Shai will bring that to us. It's interesting as everything kind of got flat. One of the markets that did the best today, earlier at least when I last looked, was the Russell.
Yeah.
Not sure what was happening there and why that was outperforming. And Dow at another record. But we're seeing a little bit of a positive lean in equities as we head into this. Maybe everyone just squaring up.
I mean, why wouldn't? I mean, you got to imagine like Kevin Warsh has got to be leaning into that, try to get equities to push higher. Oh, whoa.
There we go.
Whoa, the dollar is actually moving here.
So, right. So no change. Obviously, we already knew that to the rate. So let's see.
So 9 of the 18 participants now have penciled in a 2026 rate hike. So that's your
That's
red
it.
headline. That's your, that was unexpected. That would be the unexpected part of this.
Wow,
that half
there's a
half the
lot,
committee is looking for a rate hike this year. So that's a hawkish move by, the preponderance of the committee, pushing in a direction that really was probably unexpected kind of going in. That's your initial reaction from
red candles
They
galore
cut
so far.
They cut a lot of this with the statement out, looking at side by side statement. It is very, very short. They cut most everything out. I'm not even going to go through what they cut out. Basically, they decided to maintain target rate at 3.5 to 3.75% in support of the dual mandate. The committee reaffirmed its policy of maintaining ample reserves in the banking system. Economic activity is expanding at a solid pace despite elevated levels of uncertainty that owes in part due to the conflict in the Middle East. Productivity growth and capital investment are strong. Job gains have kept pace with the workforce, and unemployment rate has changed little. Inflation is elevated relative to the committee's 2% goal, in part reflecting supply shocks that have driven price increases in certain sectors, including energy. The committee will deliver price stability. Period. That's the whole statement.
Yeah.
End of story. So
yeah.
Let me just really quick. I just think this is very Warsh in the fact that he wants the Fed to say less, not more. So this is one of the shortest statements we've ever had.
Yeah, I was going to agree with that. And a bunch of headlines I'm seeing are just, bye-bye forward guidance. Nick Timiraos in the Wall Street Journal is pointing out this is a very hawkish dot plot. 9 of the 18 officials have at least one hike this year, and 6 of those 9 have multiple hikes this year. Only one person has a cut this year, and one participant, Warsh, likely, has not submitted his dot to the SEP. This statement gets completely rewritten, as Shai mentioned, and is much shorter. So we're talking about, him doing what he wanted to do, which is kind of, talk about forward guidance less, talk about communication less, and, from not submitting a dot and chopping the statement in, basically by 90%. Those are the early indications that that's what he's going to want to do. And certainly the 9 of 18 members looking for rate hikes is not was not expected.
Let's
get
obviously did not like that.
Yeah, give us a sense. Shai and Jim and Blake, jump in if you see markets moving.
Gold was faked out the most. Let me put it that way. The seconds going into 2 o'clock, we had session highs. We had 4,400, big deal. And as soon as that hit, we fell out of bed. Now we're down $50 in gold. It's a crazy move down.
Yeah, and the dollar spiked. The dollar spiked up, and we had the euro drop all the way down to 115.50 from near 116. It's bouncing already because I think people are going to see this and say, "Okay, this is what the statement is." Now we're going to see more of a dovish Warsh in the press conference. That's going to be my assumption. So the dollar kind of made its move. Everybody had to reset, and now we might see a little bit of an unwind going into the presser.
Yeah, the red candle on the Nasdaq's about to hit my keyboard. I mean, it's not looking good at all.
The 10-year doesn't look so great either. That's why I'm saying, I'm like, Nasdaq is tanking right now. 10-year doesn't look so hot either. And I think Blake and I were talking about this earlier before we were on air. I said to watch the 10-year. It will tell you the direction that the equities will travel.
Yep, that is true, Tracy. You did say that for sure. And anyway, you got to watch your keyboard there, Jim, because it might actually go touch your toes after it's done.
I know. Well, you know what? That S&P gap on Sunday, we're into it right now. So we'll see. We're also into it in the Nasdaq. So that Sunday night gap. My guess is we're going to fill this before we'll still be here when we fill this.
Hold on to your hats though, because as one of you just pointed out, Blake, the press conference is coming. So just be careful because the press conference is coming. Craig, this is very interesting though, because I'm going to guess the one who said a cut is Bauman, maybe, or but are we setting up a divide within the Fed now? We may not know a lot about it if he's also going to pull the strings on their ability to give speeches. But sounds like there's a battle in the Fed that's brewing because, I mean, given the conversation that must have been happening, people wanted to be on the record that they want rate hikes, and some of them more than one.
I mean, there's a dot up at 440. So you're talking about basically, 75 basis points of cuts. So that's a hike. So that'd be 3 hike. Look, I think then, like you said, there's only 1 dot now for a cut for the rest of this year. So, what were committee members trying to, get out ahead of Warsh, get out ahead of his dovish construct and the sock puppet nomenclature? Who knows, right? But clearly, this Fed has increasingly grown concern that the path back to 2% is not happening on the inflation front, and that the labor market is robust. And so we've been seeing that in the weekly jobless data and the weekly claims data and in the monthly data, and then in retail sales were strong this morning. And so there's many on the committee who are saying we need to do more in order. The conditions are not restrictive, and so that's what you're seeing now. Warsh gets out there and he gets to decide, tell people where he is now. Wherever he is, he's further away from where people believed the rest of the committee was kind of coming into today. So we talked about, was there going to be fireworks? There would be fireworks on today if we were significantly away from where consensus was believing we would be. We got that, right? We got 9 of 18 people looking for hikes, and that was completely unexpected. The stuff about communication, the stuff about him not submitting a dot was, that's not a big deal. But I think the way that that was expected. I'm saying, but the way that the committee has moved even more in a hawkish direction from this meeting, I think, and then after also the drop in oil that we've seen, it's a pretty big move.
Yeah. He is no doubt going to be asked to explain the dissents, right? That people are going to want to put some color. Are we still going to get minutes? Does anybody know? Is that mandated?
Yeah, you will get minutes.
Yeah. Where people want to know the discussions behind closed doors. I mean, we're going to definitely get that for sure.
Yeah, but we get him like 2 weeks from now.
I mean, there's no real dissent. It was 12-0 for the Fed funds rate action. So nobody said, let's not hold. It's just that we had more people turn hawkish on the dot plot, essentially.
Right. Yes. Thank you for that. That's what I meant. But it's important, right? Because that's the market's paying attention to the future. Nobody expected them to do anything today. It's the path of travel, right? The direction of travel. Somebody said Trump tweet ? Silence in the chat.
He's in Europe right now.
Yeah, he's in Europe. Well, that usually doesn't stop him. He's a phone and a TV everywhere. But it will be interesting to see whether Trump starts, and probably not this one, but if this continues where we have this divide with hawks, starts tweeting not about the chairman, which is what he used to do, but about Fed members. And I say this because for those of you who watched this morning, Joseph Wang mentioned or pointed out the fact that Pulte, who dug up the mortgage stuff and started the pursuit of Powell, is now acting director of the National Intelligence. Acting, not permanent. And does this raise the question of more investigations into Fed officials? And I raise that not as a political question, but just as does it seem like this could be a more politicized, destabilizing situation at the Fed, which is like the boring institution that no one could even understand the statements before? It doesn't seem so much like that right now. Thoughts?
Well, look, we're waiting for a ruling on Lisa Cook's case, right? And so, man, I hope we're not going to go into a situation where we're just continuing to investigate all these folks, and so, and then Trump gets to kick them out, and then it's going to happen in other areas of the government too. I mean, obviously anything's possible, but I think people are comfortable with a Warsh Fed where Powell is here, but he's eventually leaving, and the Fed is not a daily thing that we need to be thinking about with the members of the Fed. But as far as the president is concerned, I mean, who really knows? I think more interestingly now will be this idea that the committee has really moved here, right, from where we were at the start of the year, the expectations for cuts, for 1 to 2 cuts this year, now to have half the members looking for hikes now between now and the end of the year. I mean, the assessment of the economy has been upgraded. I need to go through and look at the PCE forecast. I suspect those have all kind of moved higher, and so we are further away from getting inflation back to target. And more of the committee is concerned and saying we cannot have this is accommodative policy. We need to address it, and so that's what you're seeing in the committee's dot plot today.
And I think this is exactly why he wants to get rid of the dot plot also. Yep. Right. And so I don't think, again, I didn't think that was going to happen this meeting. I don't think that it'll happen within the next few meetings, but we might start seeing him talk about it more, perhaps bring it up to the committee. We'll have to see what they said in the minutes. Those minutes will be important to see if that was brought up at this meeting or not. So something to think about in a month when we get them. And I think, again, I think the administration would love to get rid of that after this meeting as well. But I think Trump will be mildly tame right now because Bessent has said, he's kind of talked the president down and said, inflation is running high. We expect inflation to run high for a couple more months. The Fed's really not going to be able to do anything right away. And so maybe Bessent can kind of hold him back for this meeting and the next meeting, perhaps.
Yeah. I mean, your communication point is exactly right, though, Shai. I mean, that is very, very clear. And if we didn't have the dots, we wouldn't know, because there were no dissents, to your point earlier, right, what was going on. It wouldn't be so public that there was the divide. Whether markets like that anymore or not, no. I don't know. When they used to have to read that, everyone's gotten used to having some clarity. And the reason they made those changes is because it created a lot of volatility. Now, I get the argument that they think that too much information, somehow we've gone too far, and that in itself is volatile. But
more information, more legitimate information is good for the market. Less is not so good because there's just too much uncertainty. Markets don't like uncertainty. When they do, they get that volatility and that no rhyme and reason sometimes in direction. So. It's I'm a fan of the dots.
Well, but it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. If you're the Fed, I mean, the Fed, used to not give us a lot of information. We got more volatility. One of their mandates is to just try to maintain calm in the markets. And the fact of the matter is, we are going to get more volatility moving forward with less information. That's going to be part of this transition that Kevin Warsh is trying to make happen. Which as a trader, I love. I don't know about you guys. I mean, I love it. I love the volatility. Bring it.
I was going to say, I was just going to say that we're talking to the group of people who wants to see that. Pointing out that the Russell is still hanging in there. I mean, I'm not getting as up to date probably prices. What's going on there?
Actually, the gap between the Russell and Nasdaq has converged, since this since this has happened. I mean, the Nasdaq's down 20 basis points. The Russell's now only up 20 after being up, north of 1%. So there was, a bit of a rotation out of some of the AI stuff, maybe into some of the, cyclical areas and small caps on back of, let's say, better retail sales this morning. But, subsequent to this, we're kind of in an environment now where the yields are higher and the dollar's stronger, and that's typically a little bit more of a headwind for the Russell. So that, I think that's evincing itself a little bit more now. Just back to the dots real quick, not that we're to belabor them, but the core PCE expectations have moved from 2.7 to 3.3% for 2026, and the overall headline has gone from 2.7 to 3.3 for core, 2.7 to 3.6 for headline, and that's for 2026. And then for 2027, 2.2 to 2.5 for core. So we're just, we're moving expectations of core inflation higher here. So this is not just about the oil price momentum. This is about oil filtering through the economy, and the AI capex story filtering through the economy and leaving a more robust inflationary environment that the Fed, that increasingly members of the Fed feel like they need to address, and that the only way to address that is with interest rate hikes. And that's why half the committee now would be desirous of cutting rates at least once in one of the subsequent 4 meetings this year.
What's going to be really tricky is how is Warsh going to try to walk this back? How's he going to try to correct things through his press conference? And can he? You know how Powell would always get up in front of on the podium, and he'd really just kind of calm the markets. If the markets came unglued, like kind of what we're seeing right now with gold pegged at the lows, S&P, actually S&P's had a nice 35 point handle bounce already. But how does Warsh calm the nerves from here? What do you guys think?
He's slick.
Well,
I mean, he's been around a long time. He's very slick. He's very, very, he's a great communicator. I think we're going to see a good version of him today. And he is going to attempt to calm things down. I mean, the equity markets are already trying to fight back up to where they started. So are bonds. The only one that's not is gold, down about $100 almost. So I'm looking forward to this first one.
Yeah. Well, actually, and the dollar's pegged at its highs too, pretty close to anyway. So
yeah,
what do you think, Trace?
Well, I mean, that's not unexpected when we've had when we've had a descent before. We've had markets initially move one way and then recover some of that as the markets kind of digest what's really going on. Again, I think that the presser is going to be really important. Again, he is going to try to walk that fine line where he wants to calm the markets and also, not give too much information on how he particularly feels. Like, I don't think he's going to come out and be very dovish. I don't think he can do that. So I think he's going to be walking a tightrope here. We'll see how he handles the questions in the press. By the way, I mean, a lot of reporters, kind of give softball questions anyway, particularly with Powell, because you weren't invited back. If you asked him questions he definitely did not like. And so we'll have to see how Warsh does treat the reporters and who he lets into those meetings, because not everybody is let into those meetings.
Good point. Sort of how it is in Washington these days. If you ask a smart question, you're in trouble. But to your point, Jimmy's he knows this is coming, right? So he's had a ton of time to prepare. And I just talked to somebody who said there are really two Kevin Warshes, right? There's a Kevin Warsh who's a really solid economist, who's worked in the Fed, who really understands markets, who's a good pick, right? He's very wise on these matters. And then there's the other Kevin Warsh that is kind of caught up in the political situation right now, with all that baggage that comes with that. And so, how's he going to navigate it? Like I said, when we first started, it's the hardest job you can imagine right now. And it's hard to see how, it's, you're going to win the day, but this is presumably why they picked him. Craig, I just thought it would be good to circle back, while we're talking about Fed, and clearly this is what's going to move the market, saying we've already seen that. But, we had a great discussion, and I hear people clamoring for an edge, a special trade your edge. What is it called? On this, the afternoon specials we've been doing with flows. We were talking this morning with all of the options and levered ETFs, and now there are all these flows in the market that we have to consider too. We can't forget about that just because it's a Fed meeting.
No, I think that's right now we're trading, we're going to be trading the flows between now and the close and to, expiry tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow's expiry at the close. So there's a lot of flow that needs to trade here. We're in a kind of a positive gamma position for the S&P, but we have zero data expiry options for today for the Mag 7 names and for the S&P. And then tomorrow is a weekly, is weekly, it's quarterly options, the quad witch options. So we had VIX expiry this morning, and then importantly, it is this levered ETF flow in such a truncated period between now and the close, such that if Warsh does come out as incredibly hawkish, you could get yourself into a situation where we get a tremendous amount of selling that hasn't been able to be front run, into the close here. And similarly, if he's very dovish, we could see us kind of resuming and rallying back to to the highs here on back of some of that levered ETF flow as well. So the fact that we have a shortened week with the Fed, new Fed chair, no trading on Friday, quarterly expiry, a lot going on. But broadly for next week, you lose a lot of that supported positioning. As we push through the end of next week, some of the share buyback bid goes away from the market because increasingly more companies are going into blackout period. So we're going to start to lose some of that supported flow. And if the market starts to take its cue from higher yields, stronger dollar, more hawkish Fed, more headwind for equities and earnings, that could start to materialize, next week and into quarter end. And then you have to start to think about where some of the larger quarterly positions are. Right now, we're pretty far away from the JP Morgan collar strike, which is down below 7,000. I think it's 69.20 maybe. That's quite far away. But as we start to, if we were to get closer to it, it kind of acts as a little bit of a, like a black hole and kind of suck us towards that level. That'd be a pretty big move. It's possible we can start to see the gamma on that position start to rise too. So again, you're right. These are the things we have to keep, an eye on. It's not always about the fundamentals. Often it's not about the fundamentals. It's really just about the flows. And today, and since because we're into expiry tomorrow, obviously heightened importance.
Yeah.
And we'll get
Maggie,
the
can I
new
ask a
JPM
question?
collar at the end of the month.
Right. They'll reset that at the end of June.
June.
Maggie, I've got this really important question that you talked to so many people. And I got this question I got to ask you. So what's the going nicknames that you heard for Warsh with all the people you talked to? Anything better than Wishy Warshy?
I'm running a poll right now. You didn't see my poll?
I didn't see your poll. What are we at now? What do we got?
So I put a couple out there. Wishy Warshy, Kevin Worst, Sock Puppet. Those were 3. I got some more that just came in to me from the comment section. One would be Spacey Kevin, Wimpy Warsh the Wimp, Bootlicker Kevin, Washed Up Warsh, Too Early Warsh, Revin Kevin. Those are some of that have come in so far. So I'm keeping an eye on the.
Oh my God! I didn't know you
guys
were
are brutal, man. That is
No,
just
that
brutal.
wasn't me. It wasn't me, Jim. I'm just, I'm polling the audience here. I'm polling people, trying
He's
to figure out where
dangling
we're
the
gonna go.
carrot, right?
Yeah,
No, wait,
Just to
come
get
on.
to-
You know,
Yeah.
to get
Come on.
to-
Craig is up all night.
Yeah,
writing
here's a
down
match.
stuff.
Well, it's not going to.
It's engagement farming.
Trump is going to be the one who coronates that nickname if he comes up with one, and I'm thinking it's going to be a positive one, right? So unless he gets mad, and then he'll find out. So far, the sock puppet's sticking, right? Even though, but you got some contenders in there. There's also a poll, by the way, on what Jim's nickname of something is going to be. We only have one vote, but so far he hasn't said either. But Jim, I just mentioned people want a special on the flows. Stowe is doing one too, right? We should mention. I think you're going to mention it later too, but
Yeah.
just a flag for people.
Yeah, we have a special Develop Your Edge,
Develop Your Edge,
on
that's it.
tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. to 5:00 with, I'll talk more about it in a minute, but with Stowe. It's going to be awesome.
Cool. But we see all your comments about getting one on the flows that are around all of these
Yeah,
sort of newer products.
sure.
So we'll keep that on the. There's also a lot of interest in his tie. I'm just saying, as well as the nickname, as an indicator of what might happen.
Well, we don't know his tie routine yet, so we're going to have to ease into that. Let's see what color he wears today, and then we can mark that for, future meetings to see, is he wearing red and he's hawkish? Is he wearing blue and he's dovish? I don't know.
How about nothing? Because he might cancel the press
Is he wearing
conferences too.
He might have a white Oxford with a couple buttons unbuttoned at the top. You never know.
He's going to be
Yeah.
invisible. We're not going to see or hear from any of them anymore. I think
If Blake was chair, that's what he would do.
That's right.
I do not mind not hearing from the other governors so much. I do think they should keep the presser, but we'll see. But as far as, having, like 13 of them, 14 of them speak next week, I would be happy if that was a little bit on pause a little bit.
Yeah.
They weren't out there so much. That I would not mind.
Yeah, and this is where something in the middle is probably more appropriate. But you get the sense that the middle is not what he's shooting for, especially with all the reforms that he's trying to put through. If they were talking about it all the time, it would be kind of an instant voting machine, right? And so you'd get people responding in real time to whether they thought it was a good idea. I think he wants to play the long game and have time to implement them.
Well, I mean, it's interesting though, but he obviously wanted to put in some things about communication strategy, and it seems like he had some wins right off the bat, right? The 65% reduction in the word count on the statement, and him putting his own dot in there. So seems like he's made some progress already. So we'll see. I think it'll be interesting to hear him kind of talk about what else he has in store for communication strategy, and then clearly the balance sheet and also his assessment of the economy. So gear up. It's going to be interesting.
It is. And I mentioned before about the infighting, but I mean, honestly, we shouldn't fall victim to thinking that's the case. Maybe there's a lot of agreement in the Fed and they're willing to compromise, and he's willing to give them the ability to put their dots in if they cut back on communication. This could all be part of a plan because a lot of them feel like there should be reform. So maybe there will be more agreement than we really think. I don't think we should sort of fall into the trap of making this like the rest of Washington, but we'll see. That might be Pollyanna of me.
100%.
Okay, everybody, great stuff. This is going to be super interesting afternoon. Everybody, buckle your seatbelts. But right now, it is time for the Edge Report. Take it away, Jim.
Thank you, Maggie. All right, well, let's start out with the E-mini S&P. We have a pretty significant red candle brewing right here with a pretty big wick, right? We had that knee-jerk reaction. We went all the way down to that HVL level, that high vol level, 75.15. These levels are on the chart for fun. They actually are meaningful. And we just literally wicked through it. Buyers brought us all the way back up. Now, that rectangle that you see there, that's that Sunday gap. We didn't fill it. We filled it about, 65% give or take. Buyers are pushing us back toward the top of it, but we're not out of the woods yet. We'll see what happens with the presser. S2, right now, we're trading right around that, which coincidentally is right at the top of the gap. S1, forget about it. Downside targets on beyond the gap fill and beyond the high vol level, we have that S3. We rarely get to that S3, and that's pretty far down here at 74.84, but it could certainly happen. Right now, we're about 105% of the 34-day average range. Our range today is about 98 points. If this does turn around back up to the upside, now look at the volume profile. It's a textbook P-shaped volume profile with the value area at the top, point of control right in the middle at 75.87. So there's plenty of targets and plenty of reasons for this thing to go back up. If it does, we'll find out. But right now, it's stuck at this point. We had a better comeback. This is a 30-minute chart, so you don't really see it. And now we're kind of losing some ground again. So not sure what's going to happen here. So we'll keep our eye on it, but we do have some levels to think about. Gold is the other one. With the very spicy meatball of a candle. I mean, look at that. Holy cow, let's let the data populate here as this thing comes in. Come on, data. I mean, it's a 100 handle candle. I just had to say that out loud, 100 handle candle. In any event, interestingly enough, though, as we were talking today, right the second before the release, we rallied like crazy up to that call resistance level, up to 4,400. It was a high velocity spike, and then boom, the clock turns to 2, and then we have this huge sell-off here. And just to put this in perspective, let's just round it up to 4,400. The low of this candle is below 4,300. So it's more than 100 handle move back down, and there's no recovery really yet. We have a shadow at the bottom, but not much of a shadow at the bottom. We're testing S2 right now. JX2 is also right there, along with Menthor Q's one-day min, which we wick through. I don't want to say it. It's a good level. Below that, we don't have anything until S3, right? That's 42.52. So that would be the next target on my radar screen. So gold is looking pretty. I use the word heavy. NASDAQ, let's take a peek at NASDAQ. We'll go back to the stock index futures since that was a mover also. Didn't quite fill that gap yet. Let's let that volume profile data populate in here right now. Come on, data. But we do have a decent sized wick at the bottom. We are trying to push back up above previous sessions. There we go. Previous sessions low right here. We'll see if we do it or not. That's at around 32.73. We wicked almost to S1. And again, maybe 70-80% of that gap from Sunday was filled. So we'll see what happens. Same P-shaped distribution, actually a pretty good looking one as well. Point of control, if this thing recovers, is actually north of the VWAP right now, around 34.42. So that is the NASDAQ at this point in time. The range, though, is only 86% of the 34-day average. So there is room to grow or to fall apart here if you're using that as a basis for what the regular range should be, just an average range, not the ATR, which is close anyway. But that's just a measurement that we built into the system from Mike Burke. So if things do turn around to the upside and, we have a double break of the IB, which the top of that U.S. Initial balance was 546. Then there's targets JAX2, one-day max at the top, and R2 right around 3760. So We'll see. Maybe we'll get some good news from some wash. One last thing I did want to mention. We mentioned it a second ago. I want to talk about it a little bit more. We have a really special event coming up tomorrow. Develop Your Edge, the next episode with our very good friend Stowe. Stowe's going to be with us from 4 to 5. And he's going to cover VWAP, volume weighted average price. Nope, not to be confused with VWAP. That's a different thing. And volume profile. So, and we're going to take questions as we go. It'll be a lot of fun, and we're going to learn a lot of stuff. So hopefully there's going to be a link in the chat, you guys. If you click on that link, you could set a reminder on YouTube. Just click on it, set a reminder, and you're going to get a reminder if you're subscribed to the channel. And I know a lot of you guys are. Thank you for the subscriptions. All right, that is the Edge Report this afternoon, and we are ready for the main event to trade the close on this glorious, glorious FOMC Wednesday. And with us, we have Joey Morgan. Oh, look at that. Captain Jack is with us, and Salma from New Jersey. How you guys doing?
Yo, yo.
What's up?
Where's your hat, Jim? We all got hats.
I didn't get the memo, man.
Salma got it. I'm surprised to see that.
No, and I have a black ninja hat here somewhere. I don't know.
Oh,
But
no.
we had the special FOMC segment right now, which was awesome. The panel that I got to sit in, those guys were great, and I wanted to look my best, so I didn't wear the hat. Maybe I should have. I don't know.
Okay, when you come back later for closing us out, show up with the hat, please.
I'll bring the hat. All right. Well, this might be a big trading day this afternoon. We'll find out. Let's start with you, Joey. What are you thinking? And then how do you usually handle trading during an FOMC press conference?
Yeah. So, I mean, I've obviously during the meeting, I'm going to be very careful with, how I trade and what I trade. As far as technicals go, everything stays the same. I'm going to be looking for exactly what I would normally look for, FOMC meeting or not. Right now, we are trending to the IB low currently here on NASDAQ. So I'm going to be looking to see how we react above IB low. This would technically be an IB low failure, which has always been my bread and butter setup. If we get that failure back into the range, longs would look great for me. Maybe take this thing up to VWAP. Something I'm going to be paying attention to here pretty closely. But again, treading cautiously because of the meeting coming up as well.
Yeah, got it. Makes sense. Jack, what are you thinking?
We're sitting right on, obviously the reaction was lower initially, and we have run into both in the ES and the NQ, the 50% retracement short from the RTH high so far, and have found resistance. If we get back above that, I'm thinking we could probably rotate, to the scene of the crime when that candle started to come down. But it's, as far as managing my positions, my stops are going to be calculated on the ATR. They'll move the break even after I get first targets hit. But I'm going to keep it between, just so I don't overtrade positions. If I do get taken out of positions, either with a stop or a win in any market, I will wait at least 20 minutes. So 5 full 5-minute bars to let price develop, just as a rule of thumb, to prevent myself from trying to chase and move up or down. As we all know, these are the types of days where if you get caught chasing, you can find yourself on the wrong side of the trade very quickly after being on the right side of the trade. So just putting a time buffer between when I'm in a trade and when I'm out of a trade is just going to keep me from just over trading anything that I don't want to.
Got it. So you came in with two positions. I noticed on the micro crude oil, you haven't entered a position yet, and you put it. Maybe crude oil is a little less sensitive to what Warsh has to say, but you have your order in there, which means you're confident about what you're looking at.
Yeah, I just think it started to base out of that low. I really don't think. I mean, even when at 2 o'clock, I mean, it didn't move. So I don't expect crude to be a big mover. On what he's saying, I'm buying. That's a 50% retracement from the low. I got a couple trend bar signals, which you can see are highlighted in the blue, which are a long signal for me. And we've also just started to trend higher out of that low in CL. So my stop will be, once again, based on that ATR, which is 37 ticks right now. And first target's the same. And I'll be going over that in my segment 2 weeks from Thursday, or I guess it'll be a week from this Thursday.
Yeah, looking forward to that too. That's going to be awesome as well. And appreciate you doing that. Salma, let's roll over to you. What are you thinking?
I'm currently in some very light ES shorts, only 3 micros, got a very wide stop and a very wide TP. I would like to see weekly open, or I'm sorry, not weekly open, previous week high, which also aligns with the midpoint of the gap at around 74.90-ish. So we'll see what happens. Maybe the hat will give me some good luck.
Yeah, I mean, 3 micro E-mini S&Ps. I don't know, and it's not light. That's not a light position, you guys.
You know what? You're right, actually, Jim. It's not that light. It could be a little lighter.
Yeah, there's a lot of meat on the bone. If I was trading right now, I would definitely be doing micros. So I like it. But and now you've been around for traded for FOMCs before, Salma.
Yeah.
Are you just sticking to what you're good at, or is there any extra caution that you use?
No, I mean, the caution is sizing lighter and having wider stops because I already know that the candles are just going to be enormous. I mean, as you can see, the 2 p.m. candle. Typically, I actually don't really love to trade FOMC. I think for the past year, this might be the first FOMC where I'm at my desk all day. I like to take these days as just a day to go touch some grass, and then, I'll come back for my trade the close segment with you guys. But yeah, statistically speaking, FOMC days are not my best, and I know that. So yeah, hence the smaller sizing and the wider stops.
Very awesome. Well, thank you for that, Salma. Thank you guys for being here, a part of NinjaTrader Live, and actually placing live trades here on FOMC presser afternoon. Wish you the best of luck on all your trades. I'm going to dip it in the chat. Talk to you on the flip side.
See you, Jim.
Hello, everyone.
All right. Is he speaking?
Hey. Yeah, he is.
I figured. First time speaking.
What kind of chart pattern is that? It's funny. Chat is funny. It's kind of weird not seeing Powell up there on that stand.
It's your boy. Whippy whippy.
We are getting back above IB low here. I am going to take a stab long above this IB low.
Good luck. I think we all need it today. The meeting is happening right now, guys.
The real move is what happens when he gets off the microphone. They're jacking margins up during the speech too.
I remember one FOMC, I doubled a small portfolio, options port, and I've been chasing that high ever since for FOMC.
Wouldn't you have 100% of your account in options?
Dude. I remember it being 2023. Powell he blessed me, blessed my port. I remember that.
They just reduced margins.
What'd you say?
I'm just watching my margin.
Oh, okay.
They were jacked up for the last bit, and they just knocked them down back to normal. It was like, I think it was $4,000 an NQ contract, which is obviously larger than normal.
All right, let's see what happens.
Yep, we're gonna push up here.
I'm going to target 400 on this.
Can definitely get there. Next resistance I really have above is like 430.
We're on two micros. We're pretty large ATR. Got up to 86 there. Just need a little bit more push. We'll TP out of this.
155.5 minute candle here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Not what you want to see.
Wow, I'm getting edged right now.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Just give it a little bit. Stop one tick short on my TP.
Getting edged out, Joe?
Getting edged out. Look at this thing. Just not. There's no way, right?
I just filled the CL long. This is probably going to be the best thing for me to trade right now.
Just
You just
TP.
went how many micros, Joey?
I'm two micros.
Okay.
Pretty solid reaction immediately on this CL long I got.
Look at how close it got to my TP. Come
Gotta
on
love
now.
it. Gotta love it. They're coming after you, Joey.
There's no way, right?
Oh, there's a way. When you least expect it.
Surely we can tap it right here. There we
There
go.
you go.
TP it out there.
Done getting edged.
Done getting edged. Took that with me. Nice. Nice.
Good trade.
Thank you. See what we get the rest of the afternoon with this meeting coming up. Wait, is he talking right now?
Yeah. He's been
Yeah.
talking for the past
10 minutes.
10 minutes or so. Yeah.
What's he sound like? I don't think I've ever heard him talk.
I won't answer that question. We'll get in trouble.
Do you want to imitate his voice for us?
Nope. No thanks.
You can't be like a Daffy Duck. Does he sound like Daffy Duck?
No, Joey. I mean, Jack. No, he does not. You guys both, Joey and Jack, both J's.
JJ.
J
Good with the
J and
alphabet.
J.
What's up, Mario?
This is 4:30. I have resistance out here. See if there's anybody. Oh.
Oh, you got out of your longs, Jack?
No, I wasn't in a long. I got stopped out of shorts that I had down there.
Oh, okay.
Joey Jack Jalma.
Jalma. Jalma is raging.
I don't even know what this guy looks like. I need to see what he looks like.
Salma being negative. What did I say? Fiber optic? I haven't even said 2 words.
You said you wouldn't imitate the sound. Oh my goodness. This market's crazy. Watch us just take out the 130 or 155, 2 o'clock high, and then go straight back to lows. That'd be like an FOMC move for you. That would be an FOMC move for you.
That would be dirty.
I mean, I've seen it happen.
Sheesh.
Oh my goodness.
We keep getting a nice little pump here. Pushing back to possibly going back in the 500s here. All talk, no tide. Thank you.
I ain't got stopped out. Jeez. That weekly open on ES really held.
The full halfway back short for the week here in the NASDAQ. $39. See if there's anybody home. Probably not.
Man, big push in the 500s. We sold too early. Yeah, we did. That's okay though. I mean, we're in a meeting FOMC meeting. You never really know what's going to happen during these meetings. So
Yeah.
taking profits when you see them is never a bad idea.
Definitely not. Extreme volatility. All right, we've officially taken out that high. Now let's take out the low of the day. That would be absolutely on par with a crazy FOMC day.
He's talking about the dot plot now. Tracy, keep us updated.
See, MG trades. Joey, what determines whether you short the retouch of IB low or buy the reclaim? Generally, like if we see, like in this example, if there's a lot of wicks below IB low showing lack of follow through, and then we do see a strong momentum pushing back above, the wicks plus the strong momentum back and even closing back above into the range is usually a good sign that I would take it long back to the upside. Usually, like wicks make this more A plus for me, just because again it shows that lack of follow through. So if I can get that, that's a good sign for me to go long. Now, generally, if it's like the vice versa, where if like we trend down below IB low, and then we see a lot of we try to reclaim, we see a lot of wick failures of IB low, trying to get back in the range, and we constantly fail it over and over again. That would be a good idea for a short if I were to do a breaking continuation play. But I would argue that that's probably my weaker model for me, just because that's not I've never been really great at break and retest trades on IB. My bread and butter has always been the failures. So if I can see those failures starting to take place where we do have strong momentum and reclaiming that IB low, that's a good sign for me to take that long, and I'll take it all day. Hopefully that made sense for you. Today can be a little tricky too, just because it is FOMC, but like just speaking off like technical terms, like that's what I would be looking for. Talk about whiplash, yeah, it can get a little whippy.
Gonna hurt your back on this one, that's for sure. Do not overtrade it.
No. You can be on the wrong side of the move really fast.
Well, yeah, wrong side fast. And I mean, when I think we just had almost a 200.5-minute candle. I mean, if you don't have a stop in, you're just going to set yourself back some well thought out trades quickly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Spend a lot of time waiting patiently trading setups and then blow your lead.
Yeah, and then just like
trading
what you said earlier about chasing, like you go through trying to chase this, these candles are so big, you can get in the hole chasing a move super, super fast. So just gotta sit back and be patient.
Yeah, I mean, we had that low just absolutely crushed out, and then just anybody chased down, stopped out, and now we've just popped through that high and no continuations. Like this is like the higher time frame breakouts. Yeah, I don't know. Stay away from them today for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Or breakouts or breakdowns. They don't last long. It's just like a swift move and then a reversion. Salma, since I haven't seen you, congratulations on your team's win.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. That was a crazy game. Did you end up watching?
The final game, yeah, I did watch it.
All right, good.
For my boy.
Bro, you gotta stop.
We're homies.
Were you guys even in school at the same time?
No, but actually he This is gonna sound random, but he was like best friends with my neighbor. They played like because he was on the basketball team together, so he was always like kind of over at my neighbor's house when we were kids. So like I had played basketball with him like a few times.
That's cool.
I mean, it's just like playing basketball with a kid, though. You know, like I mean,
Yeah.
really good kid. All right,
What are
no
we thinking?
continuation up. The rejection here, the full 50% retracement short from this week's high in the ES is 81.5. It's basically where we stalled, and 30,492 in the NQ. That's where we've stalled so far. I mean, oftentimes you'll see those levels act as support or resistance, full halfway back long or short for the week, just something I'm always paying attention to. And right now, both of those levels, you know, within a few points of each other have been the ceiling in this afternoon post-conference move. So we shall see. The only thing I got on is CL. It's really, I think it's kind of unaffected by his comments. So I'm not going to get any of this crazy volatility increase. It's a normal volatility there.
It's interesting how weekly open held on gold, NQ, and ES for all three.
We're now hovering the IB mid, kind of consolidating around it and see if we wouldn't surprise me to see like a push there. We also got VWAP right down with right there below IB mid as well. So there's a lot of confluence there. So maybe get a balance and I don't know, maybe go see high a day. Especially following the strong momentum. But again, you never know. This meeting going on. Chris Fisher, yo, appreciate you.
Wonder how long he's going to keep speaking for.
Let's see over under on Kelshi. Jerome would kind of go on for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the past couple meetings, he'd go past 3 o'clock and into like 3:20-ish. But before, a couple years ago, it used to be just 30 minutes.
Think he's nervous today?
Probably. I would be.
Probably up.
I mean,
He's used to it.
no way.
Government job. You can't get fired.
No, but like, I don't know. Normal thing to be is to be normal. The normal thing to be is to be normal.
What did he do before this? Was he like a hedge fund, private equity?
Yeah.
What did he do? What's
You're
his
asking
resume?
the wrong people.
Oh, I'm sure the chat will know.
Do a quick little Google search.
Do no evil.
It wouldn't surprise me if he goes longer today.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago, Jay Whammo. It's like 15 years ago or something.
Timeshare salesman. I for some reason believe that Trump doesn't even have groceries. So I doubt he was his grocery boy. Can you picture him like going to the fridge and like getting something out? Absolutely not. Like, that doesn't even never grocery shops.
Everything gets cooked and brought to him.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
There's nothing else.
On demand at that. He probably has a little button that rings to somebody that says, and he just tells him what he wants.
I heard he's got one for Diet Coke. Good Diet Coke button. That's kind of funny.
Oh yes, guys. Tomorrow, me and Pax trading the open together. That should be fun.
Yeah, that would be a good time.
Be there, be square. Well, I'm just kind of gonna just be there. Pax will. He'll do his thing.
You and Pax are running the open.
What'd you say?
So you and Pax are running the open.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. The hat is an NT hat. Does not say aunt. It says NT live.
This is Auntie Live. Get it?
Ha 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 ha. This hat was just sitting there and collecting dust ever since I got it back in November. And then you know what? I said,
Joey,
let me wear a hat. So here we are.
I was just about to say NT team. As much as I wear hats, I think I.
You didn't get the one from the. Wasn't there one they gave us in Miami?
Oh wait, no, I do have one. That's right.
Bro, it's actually nice and it's a good fit.
I do have one.
And the brim is not too long.
The Velcro back.
I'm gonna have to pull it out.
Get edged and pull out, Joe.
Say what?
I said before you're getting edged, now you're pulling it out.
Yep. Yep, that's it.
We're gonna watch us get this new low of the day after taking out that high.
Dude, insane, bro.
I'm telling you, watch it happen.
Well, if it's happening, then I'm lowering my TP. How about that?
Watch it happen. I mean, we're melting down from this halfway back short. Getting back to prior lows of the day here, the NASDAQ, 30,293. ES couldn't even get above it. ES is feeling much harder.
Don't buy.
Oh, new low of the day. That'd be hilarious.
Come on, speak it into existence, Jack.
My fib target would be 29,871. So if that short completes, it might, I mean, that would be a lot. But I mean, it's into the gap.
All right, ES back at its weekly open also aligns with the third rotation to the downside from the opening range. Let's see. This is a level we've been holding on the 15-minute.
My goodness.
And this is why you don't chase.
Yep. What I literally said, we're going to take out that 155 high and we're going to go make a new low today. Just, it's the ultimate. I want to scream it so bad, but it's the ultimate FU day. And that is an ultimate FU trade. Yeah. Sweep of lows, sweep of the event high, absolutely straight down back to new low. We're going to get it. We're only 15 minutes into the selling. And it is getting harder. It is getting harder. Exhaustion bar to the upside was 158 points straight up into full 50% retracement short for the day or for the week. This current bar is down 200 with a few seconds left to go. Down a range of 200. A range of 200 points in 5 minutes. That's a big boy candle. Gold also still weak here.
Oh god.
Why aren't I trading it? Because this volatility is really not something that I am prepared to trade right now.
How about you guys trade it? How about that?
I'm trading oil.
Why don't you marry it if you love it so much? Mario, not a bad day to take off.
Bro.
FOMC rollover, quad witch,
Short week,
short week. I mean,
war headlines.
yeah, what's the norms? But yeah,
Not a bad
like
week to take
my,
off.
my YM chart. I was trying to roll the 0926 YM chart, and I was having like an issue with that. I don't know if anybody was taking a look at YM charts earlier, but I did want to trade the YM to the long side earlier today, but it's just my candles were not proper. Not proper. Oh, I'm not a scalper. But yeah, if you're a scalper, have at it, homie.
Y'all are tripping. Price is moving. That's what we want.
Yes.
King Charles IV, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. So if this is good price action for you, then trade it. Do your thing.
Not just
He
trading
goes,
it.
not
I'm
just
over trading
trading
it.
it. That's funny. You guys are funny.
Place a trade here, place a trade here, place a trade there.
Order filled.
Just spray micros. Just one every 100 points. DCA.
You've probably transacted 1,000 micros a day.
Oof.
RIP those commish.
Yeah, what's that? Like 69 cents a turn around there.
Yeah, King Charles IV is someone who would take advantage of having that lifetime membership to Ninja.
They still offer that?
I don't know, but I know that we were giving them away for some time.
Well, I bought one a long time ago. Back before I think they even owned Tradeabate.
And I bet you it's come handy for you.
Yep.
You might as well get it. If you slinging them micros like that, get that lifetime.
We give the best prizes away.
Guys, we just confirmed that they still do have that. So if anyone wants that.
Salma got a link for you. Use code Salma at checkout.
No, I don't have a code with that. Yes, it's a short week. Market's closed Friday. Futures market should be open till like 1.
Which, I don't know, actually probably going to be some action on Friday. At least one move. I don't mind those half days. There's usually like one clean move at the open. And then
Oh,
you just,
Jack, you know I'll
I'm
be
not gonna
trading
trade
that.
it. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be around.
I'm going fishing.
I
That's
am
where I'll
also
be.
going fishing. There we go, Joe. Let's see who catches a bigger fish.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have a little
No,
battle.
I'm salmon fishing, so I might have you easily beat.
Oh yeah, if you're salmon fishing, yeah, I'm cooked. Unless I go catfishing, then I might get you.
Catfishing. Catfishing can be. I just saw that there was a record caught in. It's like a 180 pounder. Saw it on the online. That's a huge catfish.
There was one that was here in Missouri that was like a record one. Is that the one you're talking about?
It might have been. I don't know what state it was. It was like 180 pounds, or it was like maybe 190. It was like only 10 pounds from the world record. It might have been the USA record. So it might. Was it the USA record?
Yeah, I think so, actually.
Yeah, that was probably the one then.
Yeah. Was it a picture of him in a boat, like trying to hold it up?
Let me see. Let's look it up.
Because there was one in Missouri that was like massive, and it was smashing the like all sorts of records.
Flat. It was a flathead.
Oh, it was a flat. I think the one I saw was a blue.
Oh.
Comment of the day, bro. My last date was a 180-pound catfish.
That's hilarious. Sorry to hear that.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
That's brutal. I probably shouldn't laugh at that, but it was funny.
Gold first mark at the new lows here. Marching to its own beat. What?
Salma, your short's cooking.
Don't
Oh, sorry.
jinx it,
I didn't mean to.
please.
I'll knock on wood. My bad.
Yo, yesterday we came like 2-3 points away from hitting my first trim, and Leo goes, "Imagine they just reverse it from here." I kid you not. It's like the market heard him, and we completely started to reverse. And I was just sitting there like, Leo, really? Did you need to say something? But eventually it hit, so it's all good. But yes.
So good, baby. All right, let's make a push down to, I don't know, actually finally stalling out here and finding some balance.
Yeah, I don't love the way the previous 30-minute candle closed.
You love it.
I don't. They could reverse it from here.
Oh, my man is still going on this meeting.
Oh, he needs to stop.
So that wouldn't surprise me if he just goes on forever today.
Joe, you ever noodled before?
You know, I've tried. It didn't work out, but I am open to trying it again.
You're better, man.
I set them out, and then my noodles were on the bank.
Seems very scary. Here we got pricked by a catfish.
Gotten pricked, you said?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. Noodling and edging on today's episode of Live Trading with Joey.
MG, I do in my own Discord every day. Every day.
Every day he's day trading.
Except when I'm not. But mostly every day. All right. I think we're going to break down to 170 here. I just want to see the low of the day taken out. Not gonna lie.
So
really want
does
to see it.
Salma.
Yes. Someone say low day.
Yeah, got your ear.
Every day I'm getting stopped out. That's funny as hell.
I get stopped out every day.
I did that
Almost.
46. You're funny.
Unless you're running 100% win rate. Jeez.
A couple people on X claim that they have 100% win rate, so
I
I'm
was
sure
gonna
you can find them.
they're everywhere.
there.
They're
Yeah,
everywhere
bro.
on X.
They're there. They're there. They exist. All right. I'm going to go in and start placing orders now.
Do you know that like all of Twitter is all successful traders?
Oh, no. Wrong order. 100% win rate, 100% of the days. Never lose. I forgot the one guy's name, but there's like this one guy that's just like ridiculous. It's just like showing like
Actually, don't say.
$70 million P&Ls.
Don't give them free clout on here. Don't.
No, I don't know his name, so I don't remember any of these people's names. All right. Got an order to short at 78 quarter here in the MNQ. MG, my link is on my Twitter, Jack Leeson, and I think my Twitter is in the bio here. In the description. So you can go to my Twitter and find the link. There we go. Short NQs. Ew. Work. No continuation down there, huh? Come on.
Yes, trying to hold on to this weekly open for dear life.
Chamber candle.
Is he still talking, guys? Anybody know?
No, I think it's done.
Is that so? Let's see. Oh, there you go. Tracy already confirmed that. Makes sense why we're seeing a reaction so far. Tracy, did you just see this? Hold on, I'm going to post it in chat. Did he really just say that? Trump is speaking now, by the way, guys.
No. One to the next, huh?
Yep. Pass the mic. Come on.
Man, just couldn't get through those 200s there on NQ. Back above IB low.
Yeah, this can go either way here. She's still holding on to weekly open. Chris. That's funny. Jack looking like my gringo cousin with that stash.
I've been told that.
Didn't you know he went to Mexico and came back with a mustache?
Mexican. Came back Mexican.
Well, actually, he went to Canada.
And Mexico.
But did you have a stash during?
No,
Mexico?
didn't bring the stash back from.
There you go. He brought it back from Canada.
It was an import.
Not production saying, "What's up, Primo?" and then deleting it. Yeah. How'd you guys delete it?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Show my MNQ chart. I forgot it's not showing you what I'm doing. Here is my MNQ chart. Here you go.
Trump is done speaking. Okay, good. Chris, how many R's did you trade today or secure, I should say? How many R's were secured? $17.
Here you go.
Only 2. 2 is good. Today was a toughie.
Very much so.
Yeah, it was a really tough day.
Oh no. My NQ chart froze.
That's not good.
Here you go. Here we go. Coming into a second target here.
Come on, just give us a straight knife.
Here we go. Stop.
Looking good. Looking real good.
I'm just trailing stops. I don't want it to come back against me all the way.
Man, gold just in the slaughterhouse right now.
Yep. 150 points or 140. It's pretty wild.
That is a big move. And after sweeping highs of the week, just
Wow, yeah, that's massive. I just now saw that.
yeah, there was a 64-point candle in there in 5 minutes.
Because I'm thinking the hat's gonna stay.
Really?
This might
You
be the
like
new
it?
thing.
You feeling it?
I've been wearing a hat for the past 3 days, so yeah, actually.
Wow.
Not this specific hat, but a hat. So maybe.
We're never going to know when you're having a great hair day, though. Every day's a great hair day.
Bro, you look like you were planning a heist. You guys, this is not nice. Like, what does that even mean?
We're heisting the markets.
Hat squad.
Okay. ES is going to get a new low of the day here.
Come on, give it to me. Let's
We are
go.
like 4 points away from a new low of the day in the ES.
Well,
Bring
ES was
on
teasing.
NASDAQ.
ES was teasing new low a day yesterday for like 4 hours straight. So if they wanted to leave this here without sweeping it, I swear to you, I would not be surprised.
No, they're going to give it to us.
Add some shades? No, I need my glasses. I need to protect my eyes against the screen. Sorry, guys.
Final target for me is 30,128. Even though I think we can go lower, that's just an automated target based on my entry. But I'll load up again on the next short.
But 128 wouldn't even be new lows on the NAS. The SNAS.
I know it's just the target of my entry. So I'll take another trade. I'm trading in and out of this. You know, this is a hard
Yeah.
market.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, had you held any position, you would have watched your P&L swing like literally on one micro, what, $500-$600? I mean, that's a big swing on MNQ. There we go. Filled and a new order placed. New lows of the day for the ES. Give it to me. Dude,
Ooh.
I'm telling you, 29,900 is the puker.
I want to see 74.91 get traded.
74.83 is my ES target.
I like
So-
that too. That's the 7th rotation to the downside from the opening range, but previous week high and the midpoint of the gap is at 74.91.
Yo, this is crazy.
And I'm trying to front run that. My P&L looks like a tennis game today. That's funny.
A game of Pong.
Let's get
All right,
that
let's
push
see.
a low a day.
Hit
Get
some
some
likes.
money.
This might be one of the biggest trades I've caught point wise on ES
Let's
in a
go.
while. Well, if target gets hit, because if I get stopped out, then it's not as much.
All right. Thank you, Mia. Thank you, Mia. Let's see if I can reload here and hit another one. Shorten the breakdown, retest if we get it.
Jim, we did not fill that gap. What are you looking at? I don't see a gap fill.
40 minutes left. 40 minutes left.
We're very much, the gap is still very much open, guys. Look, I
Mind
mean, I
the
don't know
gap.
if you guys can see it. There's still a long way to go.
Oh my goodness.
Send it down.
This is
To the ground.
Yeah, this is pretty wild. If target hits here.
what's your favorite target? The ground.
All the way to the floor.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, Jim, I still don't see that as gap filled. Guys, am I the only one? Do you guys still see a gap on ES, Jack and Joey?
Let's see.
I'm on you can go on ETH and RTH.
Yeah,
It's
no,
still
my
there.
gap is not filled.
Yeah, are you guys back adjusted? What is, I mean, no, I don't see the gap being filled.
Yeah, the gap is not filled.
What are you? I have it down at like 740s.
Yeah, we still, wait, what?
Friday for close.
Yeah.
Well, then you
Yeah,
also
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
agree. 740s. Yes, yes. 74.40s. Yes. The midpoint is right here at 91. Depending on how you draw the gap. Yeah, guys, I don't use back adjusted, so
Yeah, it's
I don't
the
know.
back adjusted got filled.
I don't know.
All right, last half an hour. Come on, Azak, take out that low. Don't give me this divergence. Boom.
This is why gaps are so funny because everybody looks at them differently. Everybody draws them differently. Half the chat is saying it's filled. The other half is like, no, it's not.
I mean, the futures close price in the ES on Friday is like, well, let's see. I go with the 4 o'clock close. The 4 o'clock close in the ES, I believe, was 74.33 half.
Andre
So-
says, what do you mean a gap is a gap? Yeah, you would think so, but then you have half the chat split on what the gap is.
Some people adjust the price for the futures contract changes in the settings in their software. All right, 35.75. Got a limit order there. 1 minute ATR on Brenton is 71 points, which is 76. That's a lot.
Mr. Josh, you are right. Yeah, we did fill on SPY. QQQ, not yet. I mean, ES, not yet. Would agree on that.
All right, can we go snag low a day?
Oh, NQ still hasn't done that.
No.
Okay, good. Good. ES really came 2 points away from tapping my TP. Don't play games.
Yeah, Nasdaq still has room. Low a day down there. Was that 370? Yeah, 30,070.
Your targets going in tomorrow are down at 29,870. I'm pretty confident that'll hit. I don't know about today, but tomorrow for sure. I mean, we're not even down that much. As much as the volatility, we're down 0.5%. Like it feels like a much bigger down day. Hasn't even. I mean, if we get down 1%, how many more points is that? Like another 300, or no, 150. You're getting your 83, Salma.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I don't see this reversing on close. Hard, you know. I got a limit order short in the ES. It's 75.24 half if we get up there, but see if we just continue to drip here. If we get down to 83s before popping higher, I'm going to remove my shorts. I mean, yesterday was kind of a nasty close too.
Yeah, it was.
We popped immediately upon 6 o'clock, but I mean, we were selling all the way into after the bell.
Oh shoot, TP hit. All right.
Let's go.
Let's go. There you go. 75
Nice
point
trade.
trade.
What a banger.
Like I said before, I think that might be one of the biggest trades I've taken as far as point wise.
Let's go. We like to see people win.
Around the world, around. That's such a good song, even
is a
though
good
it's
song.
like the same 5 words just repeated over and over again.
Makes me think I could be a lyricist.
Jack, you can be anything you put your mind to.
I love
Don't let
that type
anyone
of
tell you
motivation.
otherwise.
Thank you. Thank you. I needed to hear that today.
There you go. Banger.
I think today we need the Everybody Making Money remix with Salma's version.
Yo, chill.
For that banger of a trade.
Chill.
Everybody making money.
Yeah.
Money. Everybody making money.
Let's go.
Everybody making money.
Quit playing games and just quit playing games and just quit playing games and just drop.
Hey.
It's my money and I need it now. It's my money and I need it now. Looking for the homes in all the right places.
Everybody making money.
Let's go.
How long is that thing? Every time they play it, it seems longer and longer.
I feel like at some point we're gonna have a full blown like song.
You're gonna have an album.
All right. Officially, ES has tapped into that midpoint at previous week high. Great. That was like my original target. I was trying to front run it, and there it goes. They might give Jack his 83.
Yep.
Lamb, no, I did not trade NQ. I will never really trade it on here. I was trading ES. ES.
New low of the day for the NASDAQ.
Let's go.
Oh
There
my
she
goodness.
is. There it was. You called it.
Dude, the YM is taking a beating right now, too.
What a filthy, filthy move.
I'm just debating if I want to be more aggressive with the short. Not yet.
I'm a little upset they faked me out at first.
That's what they do.
That's what they do.
That's what they do.
That's what they does.
That's what it does.
Good day, though. Good day.
Well, still got 30 minutes left.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
I don't know about you guys, but I was trading this morning. It felt like the morning session was taking like 3 business days.
Oh, yes.
Dude.
Yes, it was indeed. What do I have as Friday's close? $74.40. Well, it actually depends though on how you look at the close. If you count it at 4, if you count it at 5. But they're basically a couple points away from each other. So you'd say 74.40.
All right, let me get a little more aggressive this short.
You're back in, Jack, or you never
No,
got
no,
out?
no. I'm just moving an order on. I covered, but and then I put it to new order. But I'm changing
Gotcha.
my order style around to be a little more aggressive. On these lows. 28.75 is my order now.
Man, gold still just getting pummeled. Like, wow.
Yeah. Almost down, what? Almost down 200, like down 180.
Yo, what's up with you guys? Come on, XY, not you too. Bro. So listen, I get told for months on end, Salma, show up with a hat, show up with a hat. Show up with a hat, and then all I get is called, I'm doing a home invasion. I look like I'm up to a heist. Look like I'm up to no good. I can't win with you guys, swear. Cannot win.
Smitty outdoors key support level, I assume is your question. I mean, really just the lows that we had in March and the lows we had in June. You know, that's down near 4,100, but it would need to confirm. I mean, if you're looking at it from a swing perspective, 4,100 has been kind of the daily low, but I mean, I would think we could, I don't know, it's just gold's been really bearish lately, and my longer time target to the downside is right around 37.40. And if we got down to 37.40 in GC, that'd be, you know, I'd be looking for a capitulation if we get all the way down there. That's on a higher time frame. Other than that, you know, if this swing low holds and, you know, this turns around tomorrow, I was like, the halfway back long from low is 42,000 or 4,225. I'd look for a reaction, but I definitely want to see some confirmation of buyers here. I'm not sticking my neck out on any support. I'd let support trade, let price develop, take out and confirm by moving above swing highs. You know, I wouldn't be limiting below right now in GC because it seems like the trend is pretty much to the downside for here today.
Mm-hmm.
I would be looking to short pops instead. No filler on GC or NQ.
Damn, they're still dropping this.
I know. I was like pretty aggressive with that order too, and I didn't even get filled.
Wow.
Here we go. Yeah. Here comes
Sending
that.
it.
Here's our ES 83s. So now we've completed my anticipated ES target. I'm a little more cautious to short here with 20 minutes left. But I still have that downside target in the NASDAQ at 29,870s.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch this with 20 minutes left. I can't stay short anymore, Pax. I flattened all, unfortunately. But this is crazy. Oh, KDR, I actually ended up getting my hoodie. I did get my NT hoodie.
All right, there we go. Under 30K.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is nuts. Wow, I could have held and just kept trailing that stop.
I told you you're getting 83s.
Well, now we're at 73. You didn't tell me that.
Well, I mean, it was still an extra 10 points. I told you everything you need to know.
Oh, this is crazy though.
I can't even get filled on the most aggressive order. I'm going to cancel this. I actually did not want that order there. This one here, though.
There's no crying and profit taking.
Got an order at 36.75.
ATR
Yes, there is, Mark.
ATR is 104 points right now on the 5 minute.
Ooh.
$104.
Did you guys meet Mark in Miami?
I think so. Yeah, I did. Gentleman and a
That's
scholar.
him. That's him in the chat.
My gentleman and a scholar. Oh my gosh, I think we actually might get this NASDAQ 870 target. It's only 100 points, which at this rate of speed is about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say that's literally one 5 minute candle.
The last candle was 186 points in the NQ.
Yep. This is why I was saying in the beginning of the stream, size light, widen those stops. These ranges are crazy. Huge candles.
Oh no.
Bro, what the hell, guys? Okay, yeah, I'm never wearing a hat on stream again.
Chat, why y'all gotta do her that way, bro? You finally got her in a hat, and now you doing this.
He deleted his comment. Why'd you delete it?
It's too late. We already saw it.
Saw it, and I know who you were. Heart pumper, those levels that you are seeing, the dashed lines, these are the 15-point rotations from the opening range. This is what PAX talks about all the time. So it's just an indicator that I made. Nothing crazy. It plots the first 30 seconds, high and low, and then from those highs and lows, it just goes up 15 rotations and down 15 rotations, and it just keeps doing that. So we are currently at, well, we're sandwiched between the 7th and the 8th rotation right now.
Did the NinjaTrader meetup happen in London?
I think that's today.
That's today. Great day to have it, huh?
Yep. Can I wear my hat backwards? Absolutely not.
Yo, you'd look so cool though.
No. Why 15 points? That's a question you'll have to ask PAX. The rotations are 15 on ES and 65 on NQ. So he won't tell me why, but they work.
Does he have an indicator that auto plots those rotations on Ninja, or do I need to go?
Yes. I just made one on TradingView simply because all the ones that I found on TradingView were just not aesthetically pleasing for me to look at. So I just ended up deciding to make my own. It's literally nothing fancy. You can find the same one made by other people. The only reason I made it is because I just wanted it to look a certain way. And it's exactly like PAX's that's on Ninja. But I obviously don't, I'm on TV, I'm on TradingView. But it's there.
It does. So just, I mean, I know this is probably a question for Pax, and if he's in the chat, he can answer it. Are his rotations marked from the open or the prior day close? Is 65 points?
No. It's from, so you have the indicator will plot the first 30 seconds, high and low.
Okay.
That's your opening range. And then
Gotcha.
from that high, it will mark 65 points on NQ, and it will keep marking them in 65 increments.
Okay.
And then it will do the same to the downside.
Okay.
And then you can use those as like your targets. You can use them as potential entry, stop losses, or just so you know where there might be some support or resistance. And then it's 15 points on ES. So it's been very, very helpful for me, honestly.
Okay, so 30 seconds plus or minus 65 continuous. Gotcha.
Yeah. You can ask, I think production can drop the link for the indicator for NinjaTrader. And then for anyone who's on TradingView, you can use the indicator that I have. I shared it on my Twitter for anyone who wanted it.
So nice of you.
I mean, honestly, all credit goes to Pax. I just wanted to have mine look a certain way. Because I am back. Pax, we've been talking about you for the past 20 minutes. Oh, Jack, Pax's OR for Ninja is in the description of the what's it called? The stream.
Yeah. Cool.
Perfect. There you go.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
I might get a little fill here. I got a 34.5 offer on NQs into the close. Actually, you should change that to 65. And I'll leave it. First test at least.
Can I update it so you can make the lines thicker? Yeah, let me see. Is that even a thing here? Oh yeah, I can do that for sure. Thanks for bringing that up. I'll do that later on today. Where do the rotation sizes come from? Yeah, again, that's a question for Pax. I just listened to the man. I listen and I don't question.
It's a good place to be.
Guys, what a fun session. I really thought I was going to come into the stream, not take a trade, and I was so wrong. That's fair.
Yeah,
I'm never wrong.
Everybody caught bangers today.
Wait, guys, I'm never wrong. No, I'm joking.
Chat, speaking of, I mean, everybody on stream caught some banger trades today. I think that deserves some like buttons. We only have 176 likes, chat, with 672 people watching. Yikes.
Measly, chat. Come on, I even wore the hat.
Yikes.
You got to put it on backwards to get the.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's too much to ask, huh?
Can we just go ahead and jet that to 300? I mean, that should be pretty easy.
300. Let's do 500. Okay, let me stop being greedy.
We could at least, yeah, like Tracy said, we could at least get 300. All the hosts pulling some money from the markets live.
All the what?
Yeah, what'd you call me?
What'd you just say? Bro, what?
Host.
Oh. Oh my God.
No.
Bro, that did not sound like host.
No, right.
Oh my goodness. Yo.
What do you mean by that?
Dad.
That's funny.
Tell us how you really feel.
We're the host at. We're the host. You guys like Ja Rule?
Oh yeah.
All right.
They're gonna clip that. They're gonna clip that.
No,
you're getting clipped.
We're the host at. We're the host. All right, first target here in my little NQ tight little short at the end of the day. Short 34.5. There's first target. Take some risk off. Maybe get new lows to get full targets.
Wait, no. So some of the comments I should remind
Attention
that's actually
traders.
that's
It's
DMX.
algo time.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
DMX.
Yeah.
You're right. I've lost track of my rappers.
It was a long time ago.
Guys, know I met DMX in person.
I bet he talks about meeting you. There's my come on, second target. Don't come on, Elgo time. Oh, I was so close. There we go. Oh my gosh.
Damn, guys, he can't make a mistake. Chill on Jack. Chill. He's only human.
Department of Historical Timeline knows all. DMX, Ja Rule, let's be honest, we're all washed up.
DMX came to my high school, spoke about how he used to wear these Adidas shoes. It's all white Adidas.
And didn't DMX die like a long time ago?
Yeah, he is. That's right. He is dead. All right, second target coming in here, right on lows.
Holy crap, he died?
Yeah, like it was like 20.
2021.
80 points on this, 80 points on this little 90 points on this little itty bitty trade. That's how much volatility we have. Great entry, stop, move to break even, out 2/3. Throw up those likes. Free boy Ja Rule.
Bro,
How
no way.
Still not at the 300, chat.
Yeah, he died. Heart attack.
Damn, I didn't know he died, but yeah, I did meet him. He came and spoke to us in high school.
Did he talk to you about not being in a gang, Salma? Clearly you haven't listened.
What?
Yeah, I know you're in a gang.
Wait, I'm trying to find the pictures.
What,
I
you
had
in the
pictures with him. It was cool because we were all so hyped, not for DMX per se, but only for the fact that we didn't have to be in class and we had to be in the auditorium for the show or whatever. Not the show. What am I saying here? You guys know what I'm talking about.
gang violence, Salma? No, I don't know anything about that.
Bro, stop.
Tell me about your upbringing.
Yeah, that is, thinking about it though, that's mad random for DMX to just come talk to some high schoolers.
Did he go to your high school?
No, but he came in
He's
and
probably
spoke to
doing-
us.
He's talking to kids who needed to get their lives together, I'm sure. Kids like you.
Hey, yo. Kids
Keep you
like
out of
you is
trouble.
crazy.
Keep you out of trouble, Salma. And now look at you. Look at you.
Look at me, guys.
All grown up, straight and narrow, got a real job.
Pulling ice.
All right. Can we get this final target?
Dude, finding this picture is harder than I thought it would be.
Pixar didn't happen.
I know, that's what chat's gonna say. Whatever, I'll find it later.
All right. I'm
Anyway.
gonna take 50 points on this final bit here.
That's a good trade.
Yeah. I took 40, like 95.
Bro, Pax goes, I was invited to a Diddy party. Oh my God. Bro.
I went to a Dan Bilzerian party.
Of course you did. Jack, of course you did. Pax, why are you asking me what time we're on tomorrow? You should know this already. Guys, if you didn't know, me and Pax tomorrow, trade the open. Should be fun. 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
be there, be
Let's
square.
not start the Pax went to a Diddy party rumors.
Bro, he goes, to be clear, I did not go.
Yeah. Pax and Diddy, are they actually the same age?
Yo, 212 XO, that's crazy.
Pax, it sounds like you did go if she's your ex-wife.
This is crazy. What is this conversation? What is going on?
Pax, my ex-wife told me if I extended my trip any longer, she would divorce me. She's my ex-wife. That is a threat. I actually have an order in the ES here at 75.12.
Bro, you need to be stopped, Jack.
Is this why? Why stop me? Stop! Don't stop me now, because I'm having a good time. Tomorrow's going to be fun.
And why is that?
Just because today's action, I mean, big, I mean, outside of the morning, but like everything, I mean, gosh, what was that freaking range? Like 600 points top to bottom here. And then in the ES, almost 100.
Yeah, 622 points.
Yeah, 100 points on ES.
And
what a day.
And we're still in the middle of this gap too. So I don't think price is going to I think it's going to be a two-sided market tomorrow. I don't think we're going straight up or straight down, but I think Asia is even going to be, a lot of times when you have this end of day volatility, there's some good setups in Asia. It needs to stop raining here in Chicago though. It is every time I want to go to the gym, which I walk to the gym, and I really hate walking in the rain. Even with an umbrella, I just don't want to do it.
We're gonna end the day here on 105 point ATR.
Oof.
What
Hey, guys.
up?
Jim.
Oh, he brought his hat.
Hey, he's got
What's
that hat.
up?
Let's go.
You don't have to tell me twice, anybody.
My twin.
Oh my goodness.
We're all wearing black hats. I like it.
But me and Salma have the NinjaTrader in live hat.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we're twinning.
Yeah, we're twinning, that's for sure. Oh man. Well, what a afternoon, huh?
Wild one for sure.
Yeah. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Or even overnight. It could be fun.
Do
Anybody
we
still?
I don't know. Do we end the stream before we get 300 likes?
No.
Chat, come on.
I'm in Charlotte visiting with my dad. I could be here like all day tomorrow. Tonight.
Chat, we need 34 more likes. Let's get that thing to 300 before we close up.
Oh, wait a second. I'm just looking at tomorrow's agenda here. All right, we'll talk about that after this bell rings. Tomorrow is Thursday, isn't it?
Yes, it's technically a Friday.
It is, but it's not Capital Preservation Friday.
It's going to be something if PAX is on.
Well, I think you're going to be with PAX, right?
Mm-hmm. Main PAX tomorrow morning. Are you going to be with us?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I'll go over the lineup in a second here. As soon as that bell rings, we'll see if we stay below 7,500. Actually, the midpoint of that mega red candle on Friday, not this Friday, but the Friday before, not last Friday, but the Friday before, 74 at 95. That's a big level for S&P. Let's see what happens here. There we go. We're going to close right. Close enough. Right at it. Close enough.
There it goes.
A lot of red on the board, folks. Anybody left in positions?
Nope.
All flat.
Flat.
Just that one trade I took from earlier.
All right. All right. Well, let's give these folks a round of applause for a job well done.
We're still missing 2 likes.
We're not
Guys,
done yet.
we're not leaving. Like,
We're not leaving.
There we go. Now we got it.
All right. All right. Good job. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Tomorrow, big day tomorrow, kicking it off with Maggie, Craig, Tracy, and myself. We have a special guest. I've never met Eric. His name is Eric Basmajian. He's with EPB Research. EPB Research. He'll be with us as a special guest tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Farm with Tape Talk. And then we have an incredible combo at 9 o'clock to trade the open. We have Salma and Pax side by side. I think it's the first time it's happened, right?
no, second?
No? Second
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
How
I
did it
think
go
one
the
time you took off to go to like a UFC game or something.
Oh, yeah. How was that the first time you were with them?
Great.
Okay.
It's fun.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It's going to be a great combo. Looking forward to it. And then you're gonna Pax is gonna drop. You're gonna stick, and then XYZ and Nick are gonna both pop in and join you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's the morning, and then afternoon. Jack's coming back. Is gonna trade the close with Stowe and Christian trading boxes. And as I mentioned, 4 p.m., don't leave when the bell rings. 4 p.m., I'm going to be with Stowe. Develop your edge. And there that good-looking guy is. How to build day trading guardrails with VWAP and volume profile. We're going to spend the hour. If you could make it into the chat, definitely do it. If you got some questions, pop them in, and I'll shoot them over to him as we go. We're going to spend an hour together. It's going to be a great session. The Develop Your Edge sessions, all 3. This is the 3rd one. They've been really, really good. So looking forward to it. Even though it's right before a holiday, I'm not going anywhere, so it will be excellent. Hopefully, we'll get to see everybody there. There's a link in the chat for that as well, for the actual YouTube link. Show link for tomorrow. And if you think of it, click on that thing and then set your alarm. I know a lot of you guys are subscribers. We appreciate that. You could literally set a notification to remind you. I do that all the time, but yeah, I'm a little older. I don't know. In any event, Check, are you ever going to shave, man? I just keep looking at you
No,
thinking.
I'm until summer's over. I think I'm gonna keep it
Till summer?
Yeah, I gotta stay warm. I'm trying to keep the sun off my lips.
Every time I see you, I want to say, what did you do with Jack Leeson? Where's the real one?
If you want me to shave it for the session we're doing next Thursday.
No. That's okay. Whatever. Do your thing. Do whatever you're going to do. So, and give some to Joey, will you? Give him some.
If Joey gives it back.
Oh, anyway, it's been a long day. It's been a great day at NinjaTrader Live. Appreciate you three as usual. Thank you, everybody who's listening to us out there. Appreciate the subscriptions. Very important to me and the crew. Thank you for that. Thumbs up. These guys deserved it. Thank you guys for coming through at the end there with those. And that's all we got, man. Just the most important message again. Please be safe out there. Be good to each other, and we will see you soon.
Bye, chat.
Bye, chat.